Hey guys, thank you so much for reading this week's blog again, and hopefully everybody's doing well and biding their time at home and looking for some positives in this crazy situation that we all seem to find ourselves in. So, really, the big thing with this week's blog is to remember that we're 1 week into this as far as this idea of trying to stay at home as much as we can, but there's a whole lifetime of things that are going to come after this. And so it is definitely one of these situations where trying to look at the big picture is not easy. It's not hard. I know personally, super open about it. Whole thing sort of freaks me out a little bit. Um, it's looking at we've been open for 7 years now, and I think when you open a business or start anything new, one of the biggest, if not like most prominent fears in your head is having to close it. And I, can say that I felt that way, having to close, even to go on vacation or, for any reason that, that I'm not there. There's always just this sort of fear that for some reason it's not going to be there when you go back. Um, and so that is totally normal for a huge part of the population. There's, this whole other idea of, you know, being in a routine and doing certain things every day and being really, really used to that, and having that pretty quickly disrupted overnight by no fault of your own, without anything to really do, and nothing you can really say about it, or fix it. And I know, everyone's got their different personality traits. And one of the things is, I am sort of like a problem solver. I want to try and solve it. And one of the most frustrating things about this is not being able to do anything about it. And so, you know, while it's great to say that, you can help by staying home and doing nothing, definitely doesn't feel like you're doing a lot when that's what you're doing. And so that can be hard, and that's okay. And it's important to acknowledge that and realize that you're not the only one with that sort of thing. But also to remember that there's going to be a whole bunch more things after this. And so there will be other things, there'll be other events, there'll be other races, there'll be other school events, and all the things that have gotten canceled and moved and postponed for this. They'll all end up happening, or in some version another one of them will happen. And so I keep thinking about all these people who aren't sure if they're going to get to have their college graduation or high school graduation. Those are super big events, and those are things you can't really repeat. And so, that stuff, helps put things into a little bit of perspective for me. And also just, while you're home and hanging out, try to find the small wins. And so for me, I love being with people. I love working with people. I love going to work every day and being able to interact with all my patients and see everybody, being in the gym where there's just tons of people moving around, and then coming home where it's just me and Stacy and Hayden and Madison. It's quite a big change. But at the same time, it's great. I can, be doing work, and I'm trying to dive in and do as much as I can and do as much work as I can and get as many things done while I'm home. But it's great to be able to go upstairs and watch TV with the kids for a little bit, take a break, read a book. As you'll see in the blog post, I think I can't come up from my little home office in the basement without Hayden giving me a new drawing. And so he's helped me collect a ton of them at the office and the gym. And so now I'll have an equal amount for the home office. And so find those small wins, embrace them, and we'll see everybody soon.